Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. Today it's pizza. Yes, I know it's pizza again, but this time it's not going to take 3 hours. And that was the point of today, is because we love pizza. People love pizza. And I'm going to give you a good way to do pizza that won't require you to do either A, takeout, or B, frozen. It's going to taste better, and it's not going to take you very much time. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is set my oven to, I'm going to go 500 today. You can use 425, 475, 450. The hotter, the better, though. Move this out of the way. Okay, so there I have it set to 500 degrees. And now we'll start getting the ingredients ready, because that's really what this is all about, is the ingredients. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Let's see, it's just the three of us eating tonight. So I probably could get away with one tray of 6 pizzas about. One tray of these will hold about 6 pizzas. But instead, we're going to go for the other tray. Must have used this tray recently. The second tray. There we go. 2 trays. So this will be 12 pizzas. And instead of making our own dough, you can choose whatever dough you like. Today we're going to use one of my favorites, naan dough. Because this one can get crispy if you let it. You can choose any small round type bread. Some breads I've used in the past. Let's see, so this is double sided. Let's go ahead and turn on. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the up close one so I can sit there close. So you got the naan bread. So I want to put the toppings, doesn't really matter which side. But I am thinking, I think I want this part to be on the bottom because it's not as flat. This is nice and flat, easy for toppings. So I'm going to, I know what I used to do before. We're going to do the top side. Now I have these wonderful trays in here. And these trays will elevate your pizza or whatever you're cooking, so the bottom part will get a little more crisp as well. But if you just have it straight on the cookie tray, you want to cook the bottom part first because that'll get crisper. So when you flip it over, the top part will get the crispy again. So this is the way to make the bottom crisp. So what I'm going to do is I'm waiting for the oven to heat up. Once I hear the ding, I'll go ahead and toss it in 500 degrees. While I'm doing that though, I'm putting down the pizzas. So we're going to bake this side, high temperature, for about 4 or 5 minutes. Don't do it too long. Because I like a nice crispy pizza dough crust. Now, if you don't like your pizza dough crispy, then you can skip this step and just load on the toppings and put it straight into the oven. We're just going to take it. You could use bagels. You could use English muffins. You could use pita. Pita also works. Anything that is round. We have found out the naan is really the way to go. Tastes really good. Holds it's a little bit crispy when you cook it in a little bit. Holds its shape. Doesn't soak up the sauce. French bread could work too as well. Just buy those frozen French breads. Next thing I'm going to get out the cheese. You can use a few different kinds of cheese. Mozzarella is our favorite. You can buy pre-shredded to speed yourself up. think this one should be enough. Still not got 2 mozzarellas, and this one we were using yesterday for a different dish, and today's as well is nice and fresh is good. The reason why I like to grate it myself is because when you have mozzarella, you're gonna grate the cheese. You really want the cheese to be fresh, to be grated. The pre-grated stuff you buy in the store, it has potato starch or something else to keep it from really be sticky. And it's not going to melt as well, but that's okay. You might not need that anyway. I'm going to get out a bowl. To shred my cheese in. While I wait for the pizza. Oh, and in fact, since I'm going to be shredding a lot of cheese, I'll go ahead and use my very special cheese grater. You can do it by hand, but I like professional salad shooter. It is a wonderful cheese grater. It'll grate all my cheese for me. Just plug it in. Gotta make sure it's small to fit inside. Not quite, not quite. So we're gonna cut it up with my beautiful cheese knife. I'll get my board out too while I'm at it. Cutting board. If you notice, I check to the right on occasion. The right. My right, your left. Stays left. When I check, I'm just looking at the chat, see if there's anything going on. Let's do the next slice. And don't worry if I have leftover extra. Leftover extra is going to the salad that I'm going to have with the pizza. Now, if I was just making this for myself, and I was only doing 1 or 2, you don't have to do a whole set of 12 like I'm going to do. If you're just 1 or 2 or so, just doing it for myself, I wouldn't bother with this cheese grater here. It's not going to help. I'm going to leave it just like this for now, in case I want some more later. But it's pretty much good. I think we'll be good on the cheese. I'm just going to set it right here again. So it really quickly made a good work of all that cheese. Nice and shredded, ready to go. Alright, so now I'm still waiting for the oven to heat up. While I'm doing that, you might be wondering, what about the sauce? Since you're doing simple and quick and fast, just buy your favorite brand of spaghetti sauce, whatever you want. That's usually what I do. Whatever is cheap, whatever is good. And we use this for our homemade pizzas. I actually have never used this for spaghetti. That's probably going to be the next episode, is making my own spaghetti sauce. I love spaghetti sauce. You can see right here, I just got the Prego. Because it's big, it's cheap. And it's the one that we kind of like. It's a little sweet. In case you're wondering. There's others. There's ragu. I grew up in ragus. That was what my mom used. Whenever she just made spaghetti, she would put the noodles in the water, cook them, toss the ragu on. I didn't like that spaghetti. So I used to think I didn't like spaghetti. So I didn't like it. But I found out later that it wasn't the spaghetti I didn't like. It was the ragu sauce I didn't like. Because when I first had spaghetti in college and somebody actually made the homemade sauce, like, wow, it's actually pretty good. So we'll see. So we got the ragu. We're not going to put any sauce on yet, but that's for the sauce. And let's see, the next thing we need to use, let's get out the toppings. Okay, so half the healthy daughter loves the mushrooms. Had some leftover mushrooms. These are Bella's, baby Bella mushrooms. So we'll be using these on her pizza because she loves baby Bella. It's leftover from earlier. Triple bacon. And I need some bacon. Where's the other bacon? I got a prosciutto. And pepperoni. There we go. Oh, I need some vegetables too. So let's get out the meats. Actually, these I'll do after I do the vegetables. So we got triple bacon. So I have bacon. This is supposed to be Canadian bacon. They didn't have it, so I substituted honey ham and prosciutto. Some beautiful prosciutto. My daughter found she loves prosciutto. Italian bacon. That's what I call it. Veggies. A beautiful red bell pepper. Not going to cut the whole thing up. And an onion. Again, not going to cut up the whole onion or the whole bell pepper. Not the whole thing. But most, not even most of it, no, sorry. So the way I do it, because we had different people like different pizzas. So we're going to go with this whole tray. Or one of the whole trays. It's just going to be what we first learned from a restaurant around nearby, a local one that does no longer exist. They called it the Meaty Hawaiian. They did bacon and Canadian bacon and pineapple. That's what I forgot, the pineapple. So we kind of like that one. At least my son liked it a lot. A lot. Pineapple. Oh, it's not focusing. So my son liked that Meaty Hawaiian is what they called it. And it had Canadian bacon, pineapple. It was good. We liked that one. It was a good, sweet one. Now let me save half this onion for other dishes later. Oh, I just happen to have a foil ready to go. You know what? We're not even going to use the whole half onion. It's going to be too much. I'm going to slice in half again. There we go. That'll be enough onion for us. Now you can choose your own favorite toppings, whatever you like. You just like pepperoni. Your pizza's going to be a lot faster than mine. If you just like, I moved my cup. Alright, shave off the outside. You don't need to see that. Yeah, it's keeping it away. Boom. Alright, so you shaved off the outside. Let's go ahead and wash it. And let's slice up some nice onion. Onion slices. We'll go this way. It'll be easier to chop them this way. Really thin. One. Boom, there we go. Perfect. Let's actually put the mushrooms on here. It'll be easier. Actually, that's fine. Let's leave it in the bag. Take it in the bag. And the bell pepper. Don't forget to take off the tag. Good, no tag here. Excellent. And only doing about half a bell pepper probably. I'll save the rest for later. One thing when doing these pizzas, when we have all these extra toppings that we didn't use, like if I did a whole bell pepper, I wouldn't use the whole thing. They actually make great toppings for an omelet or whatever egg dish you're going to do next time. Yeah, I'm not going to do both bell peppers, I'm pretty sure. But I'll toss the leftovers. Oh, we're not going to have mushroom leftovers. I'll put the leftovers in a bag. But I think one should be plenty. One bell pepper. Half a bell pepper. Yeah, so any of the leftover toppings you don't use for your pizza, you can make an egg scramble, put it in an omelet. Your choice. Good stuff. So let's see. Well, nice cut there. I kind of like them a little smaller. I don't like the big, long bell peppers. Here it'll be fine. A little short, about the same length as the onions. Good. A little more. Okay, here we go. Boom. Nice slices. Some people like to put spinach or basil on their pizza. And you can put whatever toppings you like. I don't do spinach or basil usually. I try to avoid also the vegetables. I used to do tomatoes, but I try to avoid tomatoes now. Because tomatoes make the pizza runny. Because when you bake the tomatoes in the oven, all the juices just come out. It goes into the pizza crust and it just makes it soggy. Alright, so now I get the others ready. So you might not think you need to get the salami ready, or the pepperoni ready, but these are big, I'll be honest with you. These are big slices. Dry off my hands. The water is impeding my ability to open up the salami. You know it's fresh. Alright, so salami. I like a salami. This is going to go on the everything pizzas. We're going to have 3 medium Hawaiian style pizzas. Actually, I'm going to do triple bacon Hawaiian pizza. Canadian bacon, Italian bacon, American bacon. You can see if I just put a salami on it, it's like the whole pizza. So that's why I actually cut up the meats as well. Even the pepperoni. Too big. Do 6ths. 6 are usually my thing for salami. It's a good size. And whatever I don't use on the pizza, you can do the other thing we're going to do today. An antipasto salad. Yep. I looked it up. Antipasto just means appetizer, basically. So that's why, I've always wondered. I go to Italian restaurants and everyone's antipasto salad looks different. They have different stuff in it. Some of them have the mozzarella cheese. Some of them don't. Some of them have, salami and pepperoni. Some of them don't. They have like olives and other. It's just every Italian restaurant I've gone to is like a different antipasto. Because of that, I want to make. Actually, I was thinking sure I could spell it right on the. So I was writing it down. I think when we're getting ready for the live stream, so I wrote it down. Antipasto. Oh, I heard it. That was the ding. That means, let me see. Do I want to get these ready first? Don't need to get the toppings ready. We're just going to put them in and set the timer for, no, not deep fat fry. I like that joke though. We're going to set the timer for crispy golden naan bread. Actually, it's going to be 3 minutes, and we're going to 2 minutes and swap. We'll see. So this tray is going to go on the far right. This tray goes on the far left. They both go at the same time. The middle. Oh, it's So the middle naan is going to get more toasted than the outside naan. So after 2 minutes, I'm going to flip them, and that way they'll be almost evenly toasted. Okay, so we got our pepperoni. That's probably too much. The only thing about the prosciutto, wonderful prosciutto. The only problem with the prosciutto here, it's going to open up, is that it's kind of hard to cut. So Happy Healthy Daughters pizza is going to be prosciutto and mushroom. Oh yeah, all of them have the cheese on it. Prosciutto, mushroom, and it would be spinach. Onion. We'll add some onion for her. She's good with the oven-baked onion. Let's get the prosciutto getting ready. Yeah. You know what? This will be as we need it prosciutto. And I can also add prosciutto to the salad that's coming later. But the ham, see, it's honey ham. I was looking for the Canadian bacon. I couldn't find any. And I just said, all right, we'll just substitute some honey ham. Close enough. The Canadian bacon's kind of sweet. I think 2 slices, is that good enough? Medium Hawaiian, maybe a 3rd slice. Again, the extras can just go into the salad, or they can go into an omelet tomorrow. Yeah, that's 4 is too much. 4 is way too much meat. All right. Okay. Take a look. Not quite as toasty as you want them, so we're going to do another minute. And we'll flip them. Alright. So, nice smallish ham slices. Didn't have Canadian bacon. Disappointed. But this is a nice substitute. It'll be very similar to Canadian bacon anyway. Slice. Boom. Alright, so that takes care of the ham. Lastly, bacon. Now you can say I'm using Costco pre-cooked bacon. You always want pre-cooked bacon. All right, I'll flip no matter what. So 1 tray, 2 tray switch. For a more even cooking experience. You know what? I need another one of those. Yeah, so 3 pieces will be daughters, happy healthy daughter style. And that will be mushroom, onion, cheese, and prosciutto. 3 of the pizzas will be everything style. Maybe I might do 4 everything style. Or I put a little bit of every topping that I'm cutting up on the pizza. It's a loaded pizza. It's like your deluxe, supreme, excellent pizza. But I like to cut the bacon small. You can see I'm doing in the fourths first. Down the long line. Then we'll cut it across. Supreme. And then the other 6 or 5 or 6, whichever it ends up being, is going to be my son's favorite. Happy Healthy son's favorite. But he's not here, but that's okay. Happy Healthy wife also likes that one a lot. It's the triple bacon Hawaiian pizza. So we're getting the bacon, the American bacon, the Canadian bacon, which is ham today, and the Italian bacon or prosciutto. You know, I'm thinking I might not have enough time to, before the pizza's done, to do the salad. I'm going to put a salad here too. Couldn't get the freshest of iceberg lettuce this time in the grocery store. Sometimes, you know, it's fresher than others. Sometimes it's nicer than others. It's not one that's so nice. You gotta open up the can of pineapple. The pineapple we're not going to use, we can eat. But for now, we're just going to, whatever pineapple I don't use, we'll put into a container. Put in the refrigerator. It's better to have cold pineapple. Pineapple's ready. Sauce is ready. The meats are ready. Prosciutto's ready. All I have to wait for now is the pizzas to be, the bread to be a little toasty. Grab some hot pads for the pizza. So the pizza's going to be coming out. It's going to be hot in the tray. Some nice hot pads for them. Funny, they were barely toasted. Look at the last time. These are going to be nice and crispy crust. Happy Healthy Dog prefers the chewier crust, so she's going to get these 3. These are the chewier ones. These are the more crispy ones, which is the way Happy Healthy Wife and myself like them. Notice the other side, it's all soft. Beautifully soft. So that's the side we're going to put the toppings on. This is going to let the bottom stay crispy, crunchy. But we flip them over. By the way, if you're doing regular pizza in your home oven, you know, if you like a crispy crust, you like your crust a little crispy, sadly it doesn't happen if you try and do it in your home oven. Main difficulty is you can't get your oven hot enough. Now you can buy a pizza oven, but honestly, how often are you gonna use a pizza oven? Or you can use my trick. Toast the bread first, or toast the pizza first. I toasted the pizza. If you looked at my other one, I actually toast the pizza dough first in its beautiful shapeness, and then I went ahead and put the toppings on. It's the way you can do it if you want to have a nice crispy crust. Alright, so now if these were big pizzas, I'd use a big ladle and use that. But since they're small pizzas, usually I find that 2 spoonfuls of sauce is about the right amount. And actually this looks like a little too much for this one. Maybe not. And just kind of get it close to the edge. Maybe you want a little crust at the edge. A little crusty at the edge. Back in my days when I was a pizza restaurant worker. Well, I worked at a Italian restaurant, which was family mom and pop shop. They did pizzas. Let's see. It was after my first year of college. Came back home, wanted a summer job. Had a friend who was already working. High school classmate who was already working at the pizza restaurant. He said, hey, I can get you I can put in a good word for the owner. The owner, I wrote out my resume, filled out the application. The owner talked to the owner specifically. Basically, he saw, oh, you go to Berkeley. I'm just going to hire you. That was basically his attitude. Oh, you must be smart. All right, I'm going to hire you. So he hired me for the summer work. One of my favorite summer jobs ever. Start off, I didn't even do this. Start off just putting toppings on pizzas. So you had one person whose job was to roll out the dough and then put the spikes in the dough so it doesn't rise very much. Put the sauce on, and you would take that and you would slide it to either 1 or 2 people putting the toppings on, depending on how full the pizza restaurant was, how many orders you had. So the first thing I did was they had big tubs of mozzarella because that was the thing that everybody wanted, was mozzarella on their pizza, usually. And then, they had all the toppings, the bell pepper, there's like everything, anchovies even, which I've never understood on the pizza and I've never had it. Yeah, I even had pineapple. Yeah, that's one special. It's like a special vegetable, and they were seasoned and cooked vegetables that we put on. Rarely did that one ever get ordered. Yeah, so just pretty easy. So you put the cheese on. You basically said, make sure you cover the entire pizza in cheese. Don't want to see any sauce underneath. This is their style. Then you load on the pepperoni if it's a pepperoni pizza. If it's pepperoni and something else, you add the pepperoni, not as much, and add the other stuff. It just depending on what pizza you had. And that was the first thing. So after I was doing pretty well, after I did well on that, he upgraded me to doing the actual rolling of the dough. So I'd roll out the dough. Never got to make the dough. I was done in the mornings. I wasn't there till the evening, usually 4 o'clock. Start my shift at 4 or 5 o'clock, somewhere around there, just before the big dinner rush. So you roll out the dough, put on the topping, rake it with the beautiful pizza rake, I don't know what you want to call it, pizza roller. Makes all the little divots in the pieces so the dough don't rise when you put it in the oven. Spread out the sauce. We used a big tub of sauce, use a big ladle. And basically this is what you use, the back edge of whatever ladle you have, and you roll the sauce around. That's what I'm doing now. So then the person who puts on all the toppings, they're the ones who are responsible for tossing the pizza in the oven. And 8 minutes later, the pizza comes out on the other side of the oven. It's a conveyor belt oven. It's actually a really nice oven. Really hot. Nailed the toppings really well. Conveyor belt. When I came out the other side, so when I was the dough guy, I take the pizza out. If it was for here, put it on the metal tray. and use the pizza, what are those things called? The pizza cutter. We had one of those rolling ones, and just 8 slices for a medium, 12 slices for a large. Maybe it was extra large. I don't know. They was a great place. So they also had 6-inch individual pizzas. And that was their small size. They actually had individual size pizzas that you could order and make. That was the best because during my 15 or 30-minute break, whatever it was that I got, can't remember, that's what we would do. We would get our choice of a dinner. One of it was you could get a pizza. And that was one of the best ones. The pizza. An individual size pizza. Nice little 6-inch individual pizza. Whatever topping you wanted on it, cook it, take it out, and eat it. And that was good. Yeah. So once I did that for a while, doing the sauce, take the pizza out, cutting them up. Yeah, you put on the metal tray for here. It wasn't for here. Let's see. Am I going to need this spoon again? I'm not going to need this. Yes, I am. Let's wash it out. I think the pineapple's going to get on there. Get the cheese going. Yeah, so I would take the pizza out. And if it was going to go, you take out the cardboard box, put the side of the pizza in the cardboard box, cut it up. Yes, you cut it in the cardboard box. Much easier than trying to slide a cut pizza into a cardboard box, trust me. You put it in the cardboard box, you cut it up. And then fold up the box. And give it to the people in front who would do the serving. Yeah. After I graduated from that job, he actually put me into doing the sandwiches and the salad for a while. I can't remember if I did the pouring of alcohol. They had some wine taps in the back that you had to pour. I don't remember if we did that or if the front did that. Yeah, pouring the alcohol. Oh, yeah, this is plenty of cheese. We're not going to need all that cheese. That was, by the way, that was 8 ounces of cheese. Let's double check. This one's 16 ounces, so I took 8 ounces about of mozzarella for these 12. Now their cheese though was it wasn't long like this one. You can see these are long grapes. It was more like a crumbled cheese. If you've ever had feta cheese, it's all crumbled. That's the kind of mozzarella. It's all crumbled. So it was easier to spread on, and it was easier to, get it all the way to the edge of the sauce and cover the entire sauce. That was your goal, to cover it with cheese. Tell you where I go. So I went into so they had me over in making the sandwiches. They called them grinders. They're kind of like Italian subs, basically. They're really good. We would toast the bread in the pizza oven first. It's like an Italian bread toasted in the pizza oven. Then you put on the ingredients. The good part was the chopped up pepperoncini. And there was the Italian dressing style. The dressing they put on. What was the dressing? It was like an Italian dressing. That was the dressing sauce. Almost done with them. These are cool enough that I can actually move them. There we go. I did want to talk about these trays I have here for a little bit. You've noticed, well, I had a video, an epic food hack, before I bought these trays. I used to use cookie sheets, and underneath the cookie sheets, what did I have? I had, I put down foil, and I put on cooling racks. to cook. And I do the same thing. I would still be cooking pizza or whatever, whatever bread's in there, but I'd be using cooling racks to lift up the bread to get the bottom a little more crisp, a little more cooked that way, so it wasn't directly on the sheet. Or it's a nice way to do a roasting pan if you're doing something like, you want like a tri-tip. So it always put on top of that. But I ended up eventually, very little cheese left for my antipasto. But eventually, so now I got these trays that specifically, they are 100% designed. These raise up trays inside, you can use them or not. Completely designed. And one thing I really like about it is the black mat that's on the bottom. This black mat you can see here. It's like parchment paper, but it's reusable. We clean it and we use it again and again and again. So don't throw any parchment paper. And it keeps your food from sticking. Like I'm going to do biscuits, it keeps the biscuits from sticking to the sheet. It is a definite good bonus. Okay, so now these are all cheesed up. Okay, 3 daughters. Okay, so this is going to be, let's see, prosciutto first. There is a certain order. If you don't know, there is a definite, that's not prosciutto. There is a definite order to putting on toppings. If you don't know. Absolutely. It's going to take the longest, the prosciutto. I just know it. There's an absolute order. Usually you're going to do the meats first, and then vegetables on top of that. Put on prosciutto. You especially want to leave last some vegetables like the onions and the bell peppers, because you really want them to get, cooked, kind of roasted. And if they're underneath, you don't get roasted as well. Now, some people like to put the pepperoni under the cheese, and you can certainly do that. Some people do a double. Pepperoni under the cheese, pepperoni on top of the cheese. I have done so before. It's an interesting idea. Interesting execution. One thing, so I was at my mom's house. She'd make pizza at home sometime. But I would be often the one putting the toppings on or rolling out the dough because I had done that before as a restaurant worker. Anyway, one of the tasks for me was to try and make the pizza spicy. And one of the ways that I would do that is I would add red pepper flakes underneath on the sauce. That actually works really well. If you want a nice spicy pizza, load up the hot pepper flakes. I do that because my brother. Okay, so these three are done. And pretty much every pizza gets prosciutto. Don't even have to question it. It's all prosciutto on every pizza. But the others don't have to do as much. Because they're getting other stuff too. So I put the red pepper flakes. You can get those in Italian restaurants. You put them in the jars. You just put them on top of the pizza. Yeah, they do taste pretty good that way. But I found that when I did the red pepper flakes directly in the sauce, it made a nice spicy sauce, very good flavor. I liked it. I did it once. I put a whole bunch on there. My brother likes spicy food. And he took it and he goes, ooh, wow, this is pretty spicy. And I warned him, it's going to be spicy. You don't have to put the pepper on top. He could handle it. It wasn't too hot for him. Because he loves his food hot. Yeah. More prosciutto there. Prosciutto. No, this is just... You can see the slices aren't really coming apart over here because they were together. They weren't separated by the thin film. That's usually how prosciutto is done, separated by this thin film. So we can easily take them off from each other. Didn't really happen very well over here. I'm kind of ripping through it a little. That's okay. That was my brother's pizza adventures. to put on the top. So I kept trying to find ways to make it spicy. My favorite way was the Italian peppers on the sauce. That was good stuff. But back to my pizza restaurant time. Grinders. That's where it was. The grinders. The grinders were excellent. Oh, the crispiness of the bread because it just got a little bit toasted. Toasted in the pizza oven. You take it out, you put on either the ham, or the cheese, the provolone, whatever's going to be in there. Might have been a turkey grinder. You would add the Italian, it wasn't Italian dressing, it was red wine vinegar. I'm pretty sure it was red wine vinegar and olive oil. Toss those together onto the sandwich. This prosciutto didn't come out very well, did it? Got a bad pack. And it was a wonderful time. So you could have the pizza for your break. You could have the sandwich for your break. You could have the spaghetti for your break. I never chose spaghetti. That was one thing I never chose was the spaghetti. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna watch. So my camera is saying the camera's plugged in. Did I set up my camera wrong? Basically, don't worry though. If the battery goes out, I have battery replacement. Oh. Speaking of which. Alright, so that camera is out. Trying to think, how do I do it differently? I need to plug it in. I think I did do it wrong. It was supposed to be. It's supposed to be plugged in. Alright, give me a minute. I didn't even beat it. How to do it? Now you get my hands clean of grease. Right. Didn't have that problem last time. I mean, I've done 3-hour streams without having to change the value on the camera. So what is different this time? I'll think about my setup. What do I do differently? What is different about this setup? Strange. Fine last time. I'll have to figure that out later, though. Okay, so we got prosciutto on all of them. 3 for daughter. Add the mushrooms for these ones. Mushrooms are a little thick. That's okay. It's from a dish I made. It was from, actually, these are leftover from a wonderful lasagna that we all really, really like. Lasagna using goat cheese, believe it. And I do some mushrooms and spinach. Mushrooms and spinach. That's enough mushrooms. Mushrooms shrivel when you cook them. Gotta make sure there's enough mushrooms on the pizzas. Just the way mushrooms are. So yeah, don't be afraid to overload the mushrooms. They shrivel. Another one that shrivels commonly is the onions. Onions shrivel a lot. Bell peppers not as much. The onions shrivel a lot. Spinach shrivels a whole heck of a lot. You can always add more spinach. Now the spinach mushroom lasagna that I make, with goat cheese. The reason why I had to use goat cheese, well, I had to use it because Costco, for some reason, doesn't have ricotta cheese. At least not the one near me. I've never found ricotta cheese in that Costco. Don't know why. Never seen it there. So since I can't do ricotta cheese, couldn't find ricotta cheese, I said, all right, let's just use goat cheese. I looked up what's a good substitute. I said, oh, goat cheese can be used for ricotta. I'm like, oh, really? All right, let's do some goat cheese. The last thing I heard is some onion. A little bit of onion. Now, I told you onion shrivels. It doesn't shrivel that much in the oven. It shrivels more often when you cook it in the skillet. So we're just going to add a bit of onion. So yeah, so you tried goat. All right, I'll try some goat cheese. Let's see what it's like. My gosh, the flavors of the goat cheese with the other cheeses and the noodles and the sauce. Became our favorite lasagna. So these mushrooms are left over from that lasagna day, which was Thursday. So for us, the lasagna day is Thursday. That meant I prepped the lasagna on Wednesday. So Wednesday night I make the lasagna. And after Wednesday night, once the lasagna has been prepped, it gets cooked on Thursday. That way, it doesn't take all that much time. Alright, so this is what Happy Healthy Daughter's going to have on hers. Some onions, some mushroom. Now the funny thing about Happy Healthy Daughter, she prefers pizza leftover than straight hot out of the oven like we're going to have it tonight. I don't know why. She likes it better the next day. Has for a long time. Alright, these are the meaty Hawaiians. So let's add on the next layer of ham, which is going to be ham. You got the prosciutto. You got the Canadian bacon. The prosciutto, the Canadian bacon. And the other one's going to be Canadian bacon too. These are the everything. These three here, everything. Oh, maybe no. I'll make these two the everything. Yeah, that's better. Actually, I'm just thinking about how I'm going to cook them in the oven. That's all. Doesn't really matter because I'm going to switch the trays around after the halfway mark, which is about 6 minutes. Yeah, a good 12 minutes. The oven's all you need. If you want to do more, you can do more. You want to do 10 minutes, you can get away with 10. Our pizza restaurant, there are 8 minutes in the oven. But that's because the restaurant had, the high-powered industrial restaurant oven, specifically pizza. Okay. Leaves a little bit of ham left over for the salad. Alright. That's it for those. Oh, I'm sorry, they get bacon too. Now we'll hold off on the bacon on the other ones. The last three. We'll get bacon later. Because bacon's like one of the final toppings as well. It's one of those that you really put on the top. So this is just before the crushed pineapple. And there we go. So it's the triple bacon Hawaiian pizza. It is good. For these ones though, we got some more meats. We got some salami. I'm wondering, am I gonna do 4 or 3 with the everything? I think I should do 1 more with the everything. Let's do 4 with the everything. For salami. And you remember the meats I don't use? Guess what we do with them? It either goes into the salad tonight, today's a salad, or it goes into an omelet tomorrow. A nice Italian flavored omelet. There's the salami, now the pepperoni. Yeah, so I purposefully took too much. Brought out too much meat because the leftovers are still good for the second. I hope you're all enjoying your President's Day weekend. There's less chatter than usual. I'm guessing that might mean that there's less people than usual, which means you're probably enjoying your weekend and not watching live. That's okay. You can watch it later if you missed. You can always watch the live later. You can also now browse to my new website. But it's a build in progress. It has very little there so far, but it's there. happyhealthywife.net. You can go there and see what I have to offer. Okay, on these 4, add the vegetables. Now I like the bell pepper first, and the onion after. Oh, it should have mushrooms too. Check that. I like the mushrooms first. Then the bell pepper. Mushrooms and bell pepper. Mushrooms. Remember, mushrooms shrink when you cook them. So you can put on more. These mushrooms are the baby bellas. These are the ones we find them the tastiest. I also have white mushrooms, but I didn't know if I was going to have enough baby bellas to have until today. So I bought some white mushrooms, which we're not using. And we're going to use up all the mushrooms. It reminds me, speaking of using extra toppings, I remember this one restaurant with their antipasta salad. It was called Barrow's. I don't think it's around anymore. It was one of those mom and pop shops that was around for a while. We'd go there after like a soccer game or baseball game sometimes. Not us, like the whole team would go. And they had an antipasta salad. Yeah, as a kid, I loved their antipasta salad. Probably because it was like, well, you know, they had like a bed of lettuce, about like this thick in the bottom, big tray, bed of lettuce, and on top of that, a pile like this of mozzarella. I'm not joking. It was just a ton of mozzarella. That was a good antipasta salad. A lot of mozzarella. I don't remember what else is in it. I just remember just the pile of mozzarella. It probably had some meats. That was the first introduction to antipasta salad. Like, wow, that's weird. Yeah, I've since learned that every restaurant has a different kind of antipasta salad. Also, there's another restaurant called Angelo and Vinci that we used to go to. They had a good antipasta salad. Again, they had a lot of cheese. It was all mozzarella, cheese on top, and they also had meats as well. That was good. Yeah, our antipasta is gonna become. All right, let's put this. Oh yeah, you know these live streams very soon. Not gonna worry so much about the sun. You can probably see the sun coming through a little bit on this side, making things really bright. Yeah, sun's coming through a little bit, but I actually have it covered with this right here. You can see this right here. My insert is covering over the really bright part. No, do that for that antipasta. Not the onions though. That's not good. I don't like the onions in my antipasta. Some people might like them. And you can see these everything pieces just get piled high with toppings. Very good flavor. Very good flavor on these everything pizzas. But I know if you're just a pepperoni person, just it'd take you a lot less time, right? Toss sauce and the sauce, cheese, pepperoni, done. Put in the oven. 12 minutes, 10 12 minutes, and you're good to go. You're almost done. Finishing touch on the meaty Hawaiian versions. Oh, the triple bacon Hawaiian. I can use the spoon, but it's not really going to do what I want. We're going to have to kind of spread it out on our own. So you can see the pizzas that don't have as much toppings. Happy Healthy Daughters pizzas. The Baconator Hawaiian pizzas. They're not probably the size as these ones. Those ones are tall. I have some pineapple. And you can say what you want about pineapple on pizza. I think it deserves a spot on pizza. But only in the Canadian bacon style Hawaiian pizza. Or this extra special, extra triple bacon Hawaiian pizza. This is good, by the way. If you haven't had the triple bacon Hawaiian pizza, I recommend trying it. You can do it at your own home. Basically the reason why it's taking so long is I'm doing 12 pizzas. If you just want a pizza for yourself, or if you're doing pizza for a whole bunch of people, actually you can do it that way. You can just have the toppings out and say, all right, here's the pizzas. Here's the sauce. Sauce it yourself. Get some toppings on there. And let them do their own pizzas. Everyone gets it the way they like. Nice little pizza party. Make your own pizza party. Kind of like biology. Everybody gets their own pizza and all the toppings they want. They have to be limited what toppings you have. It wouldn't take so long. Yeah, I can see. There is a lot left, I know. Yeah, so normally it'd probably take about an hour max. I mean, if I was just doing this just without the talking, without the pizza's ready, how long would this take me? 45 minutes. If I'm doing 12, 45 minutes. Good amount of time. So I set it for 5 minutes. I'm going to look and switch them probably when we get done with that. Alright, now it's time to create the salad. Peas will come back out. Yeah, we'll bring those back out. I'm ready for it. Let's put this in a tray of bucket first. I'm going to mention this a lot of times probably, but these are the best inventions known to the cooking world. Deli containers. They have different sizes. This is the medium and the small size. But different size containers, but look at that. It's just one lid for all size delis. This is great for leftovers, so you can have them later. It's like your small size. You can actually, if you wanted to take a snack with you can use this size container. That's a nice snack size. Put pretzels, Cheez-Its, Great size for those kind of things in there. And then you got your bigger size, like your leftover meal you want to have later. This is usually, when I take it for lunch, I use these often. I can put lasagna to fill this up. It's a good lunch size. A nice lasagna or spaghetti and meatballs or whatever lunch you want. This size is great for that. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator. You can see this is a perfect size. This is a eggplant parmesan. Or, as my daughter said, it tastes like lasagna. Oh yeah, this tasted a lot like lasagna. This was really good. Should put it on the channel eventually. It'll get there. Yeah, Happy Healthy Son wasn't so thrilled with it because of the crunch that he got with the eggplant. It's a little crunchy still. It's okay, because I did thick slices of eggplant. But oh, it was tasty and good. Yeah, beautiful container just for that. Oh, I need the lettuce. And maybe you're wondering, why was this out here? Salad spinner. If you don't know, I've used it before. Salad spinner. It is very helpful. It's going to be very helpful. Oh, this head of it has volunteered. See, I wasn't so happy. This is a little bit browner than I would hope when I get it from the grocery store, but you get what you get. You work with what you got. Some days that grocery store has wonderful lettuce, very fresh, very looking good. Some days, like last Friday, it wasn't so fresh looking. It's okay though. I usually take out the outer 1 or 2 layers anyway of the lettuce, so I'm not going to worry so much about that. And yeah, the inside looks a little better. You got some nice looking lettuce there. Nice looking. Let's swap it so you can see it better. Prosciutto thing. Okay. And let's chop it. Yeah, I'll get rid of all that. Get rid of this one, get rid of this one. Down to the less, it looks good. I usually do a better job cutting lettuce than that. What I mean by that, I don't usually have that stem sitting there. Get rid of all that. Take the lettuce. Quick chop. Toss it in the vegetable spinner. My favorite invention. We're getting your lettuce clean and washed, as well as, what do I want to say? Clean and washed. And dried too, that's the main thing. It makes it nice and dry. Yeah, we're often making salad. Now, tomorrow was Monday. The salad we didn't eat, or actually even before we start eating salad, because Happy Healthy Daughter loves salad. Oh, there's the timer. She actually takes salad for lunches. Chop, chop. Okay, beautiful. Need my oven mitts. Alright, time to swap. Okay, fine. We'll look at them in 5 minutes. Alright, so we got my lettuce sitting here. Now it's time to rinse it. We got that smooth, so good. Very good way to wash the lettuce. Yeah, I need to put this review on my channel for this, but this is my favorite tool for making all the sauce. Oh, I forgot something. Gotta rewash them again too. That's not it. I wonder I didn't see him. Nice spring mix. I'm not gonna put the whole thing in, but enough, you know. Add a little extra green. Usually spring mix has more than just spinach in there. This is mostly spinach this time. That's funny. All right, now we're gonna wash them. And now we're gonna wash them again. Yes, I know I'm hidden. You can't see me over here. Alright, so now you want to wash your lettuce because you want it nice and clean. You can take a look. Still very wet. So we're going to spin it dry. I always like this better than paper towel, saves the environment. Same idea as your washing machine. Think about it. Your washing machine, what does it? Washes the clothes. How does it dry them off? If it just drained the water, you'd have really soppy, wet clothes. Button to stop it. So as it spins the clothes, spin dry. And you can see the water that's in there. I'm just going to dump that water out because you don't need that water. I usually do a triple spin. Because that seems to be most effective. Spin 2. Alright, I did put the bacon on the everything pizzas. I'm looking at my toppings and I see it's not. Okay. So you can see the second spin. Very little water left. Not very much water. So since 2 spins we just took care of all the water, it's good. And now, put the meats on. So yeah, these bacon bits aren't crisp, but their bacon bits are supposed to be on the pizza. Oh well. Bacon bits, in you go. And oh, that's a lot of pepperoni. Yes, I do hear the timer, in case you're wondering. Pepperoni, salami, and a pasta salad. And today I'm going to make a special dressing. Now that means the pizza would get cold, wouldn't it? I was gonna make a special. Well, the dressing doesn't take very long. I'll show you my special dressing that I learned. It's good for spinach and arugula salads. I like how he get some capers out. That's okay, we can do it. We can do it for you guys. Then we got the pictures to go. So if you're listening, happy healthy daughter, it's almost time for the taste test. Alright, so there is our beautiful anapasta salad. You know, I probably should have bowled it. Put it in the bowl. Factor going into in a second. Rinse that off. Alright, let's get this set up for the pizza. This is not done yet because I need to use that again. So I'm moving things maybe you can't see anymore, I don't know. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna need, so you're gonna need to see what I do here. You're not needing to see this so much. You're not gonna need, okay. Move that out. Ooh. It came out a little more done than I hoped. A little more, the crust around's a little darker than I hoped. We're gonna find the best looking one. And that's the one that gets to be on the thumbnail. You know how it goes. Let's see. Now you can actually, in the post, you can actually change this color of the crust a little bit. Let's see. This one looks good. That one. This one and this one. These two. Okay. Alright, so as you know, now it's getting close to time. Like I said, I had to do a little bit here. And there we go, the cheese on top. Cheese on top. Alright. Now I gotta make this. See, that actually looks really nice right in here, sadly. It's not in a very presentable bowl. So what are we gonna do? Very carefully. Put it in the bowl. Oh, isn't that good? Isn't that wonderful? Oh, that looks nice. Now that's picturesque. See, it's the, so you get to see a little bit behind the scenes of what we do here. And, you know, it's not like I'm the only channel that does this. But I might be the only channel that, no. Most channels use real food, I'm pretty sure. When they take their pictures of what they've made, I use real pictures. 100% real pictures. What I mean is they don't do those tricks like using glue instead of cheese. Nothing like that here. Or taking a raw burger and painting it as if it was grilled and putting on special grill marks. No, none of that here. This is all real. But every picture I take is a picture of the dish I just finished. So, the salad dressing. Shall we dress our salad with the salad dressing? So let me show you a simple and tasty salad dressing. I'm frowning because I'm looking at my camera saying, you're low on battery again. I really have to figure out what I did differently before. Damn it. So remember, I did a 3-hour stream. Never had to do that before. I did something different this time, I guess, in my setup. But that cord to the camera is supposed to charge. I know it's connected because you can see the feed. It's supposed to keep the camera charged. Today it's not. Dressing. Very simple. Got your mayonnaise right here. Using Kroger version. Got some fresh ground pepper going in. Actually, it's a very simple salad. It's very tasty too. Lime. Now you might be looking at me and saying, that's lime, but they're yellow. I know. Those limes in the grocery store are green, they are picked pre-ripe. Limes that we grow at our own house turn yellow when they're ready to go. And these are very good. So I think I'm going to need one of them. So I'm going to take this one, bigger one. Pepper. Mayo, lime, pepper, sugar. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're going to add some sugar too. To our dressing. That's the 4. There's a 5th ingredient. And we're going to use capers. We're going to chop up some capers and put it inside. Then we'll take pictures of our pizza. And the salad. Let's get the capers out. So how many capers am I doing, you might wonder? It says about 2 tablespoons worth. Sorry, teaspoons. That was my bad. 2 teaspoons worth. So you notice I'm not measuring. I think a little more. There we go. That's going to be about 2 teaspoons worth of capers. 2 tablespoons of mayo. There needs to be a spoon. Actually, I lied. It's 4 tablespoons. It's a quarter cup. I like to say a quarter cup. I got a quarter cup of that. We're gonna do, now it's supposed to be, what can I say? 2 teaspoons of lime juice. I'm just gonna juice of 1 lime. Try and keep the seeds out. If I do that, is I'm gonna squeeze it into my hand. All that beautiful lime juice. See the seeds stay in the fingers. And most of the juice gets through. Most of the juice. But I want the seeds not to go in. So it's a trade-off. Loosen juice. And the seeds don't go in. That's a lot of seeds. More than usual for our limes. That's a pretty good amount of lime juice. Capers get smashed. Now this says chopped, actually. Go ahead and smash them. Chop them. You can skip the capers if you like. We like the extra flavor. And, I almost got the salt. Sugar. Okay, the pepper. Oops, okay. That's plenty. That was plenty. And some sugar. How much pepper? It's supposed to be a quarter teaspoon of pepper. That might have been more. How much salt? 3/4 a teaspoon. But, you know. No, don't do the big chunks. Let's get that. Sugar. There you go. About 3/4 teaspoon. I'm going to stir it all up. If I had a whisk, you could whisk it up. Kind of looks like a ranch dressing, doesn't it? But I'm sure it does not taste like ranch. Alright, one last bit of magic for you. Now the dressing, let's taste it. Let's see how good it is. It tastes like, make sure you get some caper in there. Very tasty. Goes very good with the dressing and salad. There's one last thing we gotta do, and that is to create the beautiful picture that becomes the thumbnail. So you get to see how that works. Because the light's coming from the camera side, you're gonna get to see my back. So I'm gonna move on there. Get the pizza in there. Let's go. Again, I'm going to take the 2 that I think look the best, least burnt. This one, and this one. Alright, so the trays are cool enough now. We're going to put them aside for a second. So let's see, you got to design this to look good. Gotta come around the other side. The other thing you gotta do about this. You wanna make sure you have enough of the white background, which is the countertop, in your picture. So look at it from where you're looking from. Hard my back. Point D forward is better. There we go, that looks good. Oh, that salad looks, oh, divine. There you go, now you can, you can't see it fully because it's cut off from you a bit, but thumbnail time. The camera choice. Turn on the speed light, flash. Okay. So now I'll get right in there. Right angle. One more. There you go. Beautiful thumbnail. Now I'll take care of this. Let's bring the pizzas back out. And happy healthy daughter can have her pizza. Let's see, gotta try the salad too. I don't have the beef. And the dishwasher. They're clean. We'll be fine. Microwave? No. Microwave. Oh. Why do I put it in there? It's the egg from this morning. Strange, it was from this morning. When would she have eaten it? This afternoon? Oh, that's right. That was cooked on Saturday. That wasn't cooked this morning. Okay. So there's some salad. You can use. Yes, I figured you'd want less. Yes. So I'm gonna put some dressing on mine. And we can take rid of the. We don't need the close-up anymore. No more close-up. Your fork's over there. I got daddy fork. Yeah, so let's see how the dressing tastes on the antipasta salad.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, the meats. Yeah, nice flavor to salad. I always enjoy having a little bit of meat in there, whether it's ham or in this case ham and pepperoni and salami. Yeah, the dressing, a little sweetness to it, a little bit of tartness from the lime juice, good flavoring, and the capers add that extra little flavoring that you're not expecting. Kind of like how you have those flavors in ranch. The capers do that for this one. All right, pizza time. You can choose whichever of your pizza you want, Camellia. Perhaps a little more done than we usually like, but it's okay. Gotta watch it more often. Mommy would like this one.
It's crunchy.
Mommy would like the crunchy, won't she?
It's very crunchy. I like the naan bread. Because it tastes good. The naan bread is good.
So I like the naan bread too. Naan bread has a nice flavor to it, and if you pre-cook it like I did, it really gets the crunchiness, even like a crunchy crust. You can hear the crunch, crunch, crunch. The toppings, the cheese, the standard pizza toppings, Got a little bit of everything in this one. You got nice flavors from the meats and the cheese and the sauce underneath. Very flavorful. You put on whatever toppings you want, and you make your own pizza at home. And well, this stream was only an hour and a half long. So it took me an hour and a half. But that's because I was making a whole bunch of pizzas. I was doing a salad. I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Really think about it. How long was the pizza in the oven for? The bread was in there for about 6 minutes to get the toppings ready. Pulled it out. How long it takes to put the toppings on? Put it back in another 12 minutes. Then a good 45 minutes done, and you can have a pizza that I think is better than a frozen pizza. What do you think? Better than the frozen pizzas we buy?
What frozen pizzas?
Any of the frozen pizzas.
We don't eat frozen pizza.
Not anymore, because I always make it, right? So she's forgot what frozen pizza's like, because we always just make our own now. Is it better than Costco pizza?
I don't like Costco pizza.
Oh, is it better than Domino's pizza? Pizza Hut pizza?
You don't order pizza.
You had Pizza Hut. You said at school.
I don't know if it was Pizza Hut.
Oh.
Because it's school pizza.
School pizza. Better than that? Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to have your own pizza, it's cheaper than buying takeout. It doesn't take very long. And it's very tasty and very good. So I'm glad you're with us with this stream. I just desperately want to take another bite, but I'm going to go ahead and end the stream so we can eat. I hope you enjoyed the pizza. Oh, my camera's saying it's time to turn off anyway because the camera's flashing. Battery's about to go down. So have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. This is the President's Weekend, so maybe you can make this pizza for yourself tomorrow. Have something very tasty done at home. You can adjust the crispness of the crust as you like. You saw I pre-cooked the crust to make it extra crispy. If you don't like it that crispy, just put the toppings on and put it in the oven, which I probably should have done for her so she doesn't like the crispiness in it. But oh well. And again, she'll like this better tomorrow because that's her favorite way to eat pizza. And that'll do it because the camera's done.
Okay.
I can switch to this one.
Oh. Hello.
And that'll take care of our stream for today.